So I got a message from JoCat. He's probably the biggest D&D YouTuber, although he's done loads of stuff, to be honest. And about 3 months ago, he made the decision to leave the platform. You can read his statement on the subject on his community page, and I also made a video about it, but I don't want to go over that again here. This video is about what's happened since, because some of it's pretty amazing. The outpouring of support from the community was amazing. Millions of people made it clear that they loved and supported everything JoCat had done, and let him know. There were loads of amazing comments under my video. Great YouTubers like Luke Goblin Marketplace made very honest and supportive videos on the subject. But about 3 weeks ago, JoCat put up a temporary community post, which has since been deleted. It's gone now, but it's really important for this story, and this story ends with me crying, so please, bear with me while I try and remember what it said. And if anyone has a screenshot of JoCat's community posts, DM it to me, and I will put a pinned comment in the description with exactly what he said. Basically, JoCat had to devote a lot of time and money to supporting his family after the incidents which led to him leaving the platform. So he opened up an option for viewers to commission art pieces from him, and also opened a Cameo account where people could donate and receive a personalized message. The Cameo price was $20. I can't remember what the art commission price was, but I remember that it was very cheap. Like, ridiculously cheap for what is essentially a personalized art piece from a famous YouTuber. A few days later, and again I'm going on memory here, but JoCat puts up another community post saying the support's been crazy and he's got to stop accepting requests because he's just got too many. He's also now deactivated his Cameo account, so he's not accepting message requests either. By the way, in case you needed another testament to this guy's character before we move on, he definitely could have just asked for money. Like, people would have just given him money for free. Instead, he insisted on giving something back to the community for any support they gave, which is like ridiculously cool. Anyway, like the sneaky little rodent that I am, I snuck in before the gate closed. I figured that JoCat's videos were at least worth $20. I got $20 worth of value out of his channel easily, so I sent him a request on Cameo. I figured if he doesn't get back, that's cool. I really just wanted to support. This is where the story gets kind of embarrassing, and it's not my fault, because Cameo have a ridiculously stringent word count. I basically just wanted to request a funny 30-second roast from JoCat that I could put on the channel as a fundraiser. That video isn't gonna happen. You'll see why when we get to the message in a second. This video is what's happening instead. But anyway, I didn't have enough room in the Cameo message request to explain everything that I wanted, so I had to send this really concise message, which I did at like 3 a.m, so I was exhausted. I just kind of rattled it out and sent it off. Next day, I wake up plagued with guilt, because in retrospect, what I'd actually done is sent this guy $20 and said, hey, appear in a video on my channel, and I've already paid you for it. A cameo from another creator in a video is not something you can just demand of someone. That's definitely something that needs to be offered. So obviously I was mortified. I didn't have enough words to explain that if he didn't want to do it or if he was too busy, that was totally fine. I just had to say, do this, please. A few days went by and I didn't hear anything back, and I was like, well, obviously. But that was fine, because the point was to support JoCat, and I also realized that I hadn't provided any proof that I was me, so I could have just been anyone pretending to be D&D Shorts, so there was no verification there at all. But then, I heard back. The original plan was to make a fake reaction type video and pretend that I'd asked JoCat for some advice or for some feedback, and then I'd say, let's watch his advice together for the first time, and then I'd put it on and it would be him roasting me or something, and I'd have to act like I was cool with it, but obviously deep down inside I'd have been devastated, and it would have been funny. But what he actually sent was, I think we should probably just play it. But there's also more to the story first, because a few days ago, actually on April 1st, JoCat made an OnlyFans account. It's still going on, it's free to sign up to, and it's all about JoCat painting minis. And it shows that despite everything, JoCat's still kicking ass. He's having fun, he's doing funny things, he got so much support from his community that he had to shut down the avenues we had to support him. The guy literally can't stop winning. Like, they couldn't keep him down even after he decided to step away from public content. When I sent the cameo request to JoCat, I asked if he had a preferred charity he wanted to donate it to. He didn't get back on that specific point, so this video is in support of Mind. It's a mental health charity, and if you're able to spare even just a couple of dollars to support people across the world, donating to Mind is one way that you can do that. When we do YouTube fundraisers, YouTube cover all transaction fees, so 100% of your donation is going straight to Mind. I really appreciate everyone who donates. I've left ads on this video so I can donate all the proceeds of this video to Mind, and I'll put up a community post in a couple of weeks, and then again in a couple of months, with me donating all the money this video made to Mind, so you can see that I've done it, and we make sure we get all the money this video is going to make. And yeah, here's JoCat's message that made me actually cry. I am more nervous about sharing this than I've been about sharing anything else on the channel, but I feel like this is something really kind that JoCat did for me, so I hope you don't mind me sharing that kindness from him, even if it is a little bit personal.
It's funny you're called D&D Shorts when even a second hearing your tea drinking in it voice is too much for me, that it makes me want to get up and change your videos to something less irritating like reaction content. For that matter, I bet it could make for a good alarm clock, since the only other value your channel could provide is pointing and yelling "Watsy bad" as if that's news. That beard you wear is probably the only viable mask to cover up the lack of chins you have under there. Either that, or it's compensating for all the clout you like chasing by having people way cooler than you in your thumbnails. See you in 5 years when you inevitably start reaction content of your own. Okay, I know you said to roast you, and I do hope I tried my best without actually making it come across mean-spirited, but I do want to thank you for the good work that you do in the community, for the community as well. I saw your video covering me, and you said some incredibly kind things that really helped. And you mentioned something about how sometimes it can feel like the whole world is against you, but that someone standing by you can break the illusion, and you really did that for me. Thank you. You called me strong, and I think that you're strong too. So thanks, man. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, year, and best of luck with the Yokai Realms project.